Hello everybody, welcome to today's reading. This is a future spouse pick a card reading, and today I want to find out the details about your first kiss with your future spouse. I want to know the when, the where, the how, your feelings around the first kiss, their feelings around the first kiss, and also take a little sneaky peek into your future marriage together. So if you would like to find out these juicy details, I need you to pick a pile. Pile number 1, we have the carnelian crystal. Pile number 2, the new jade crystal. Pile number 3, the obsidian crystal. And pile number 4, the red jasper. I highly recommend that you go with your first gut instinct. Spirit is going to guide you towards the pile which has the most relevant insight for you. If you need more time to meditate over these piles, please feel free to pause the video here, and I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, wonderful pile number 1, you chose the carnelian crystal. Now let's have a look into your first kiss with your future spouse, okay? And first up, I want to look at the when, the where, and the how. So when I tapped into your energy, I really felt that you guys are going to do things quite traditionally. I felt like your first kiss is going to happen on a date of some kind. I do see a very clear-cut initiation to your relationship with this person, as in both people know that they like each other, both people know what they want, and both people know that they're heading towards a relationship. So this is really nice, really clear-cut here. Now, I can definitely see that you two were initially drawn together by a very strong, sexual attraction and compatibility. And that might sound very cliche because, well, of course, we know the difference between a friend and a partner because of those sexual feelings. But I feel like with you guys, it was like a very strong magnetizing feeling when it came to sex. You may be watching this, you may not have met your future spouse, you may be watching this and you may not have actually had sex with your future spouse, but you are going to have such a strong, I want to say chemical reaction with this person. It's like you are chemically drawn together, and I do see you finding this person extremely attractive and them finding you just as attractive, yet it's like the looks don't really matter as much. There's this really strong pull towards your future spouse, and it's kind of like, I want to say like a bit of a pull from the genitalia here, which is cool. It's really cool because it just shows that you guys are a chemical match. And if you are chemically matched, you are going to be mentally matched as well, okay? Because it's a chemical reaction. This is science, baby. If you are chemically matched with somebody, you are going to be a good match for that person. It's very different when you're somebody who's in a difficult place, because if you're somebody who's in a difficult place or you have unresolved wounding of some kind, your sexual desire can be in overdrive. And in those circumstances, you do meet people who potentially aren't as good sexual partners than you, but you're kind of using that sexual energy to mask things. Now, I don't see that with this connection. I see you both being very clear-headed and you know what you want. As I said, I do sense that this is a pile where either your future spouse or you are very traditional, and it could easily be both of you here. You're very traditional. I do sense that when it comes to this connection, you both may be people who haven't had many relationships before this one. Okay, so this may be one of your first relationships. Okay, we are at pile number 1, so first relationships, or this could be, one of very few relationships. I want to say that one of your parents has very high expectations. It's kind of like you do things right, you court the person, you have your first kiss, you wait to actually bed this person, and then you get married before you have the kids and things like that. And obviously we all know sometimes things don't work out in life, but you two are two people that are very aware that you would like to do things traditionally. You actually could be somebody who has had a more untraditional relationship before this one. Maybe you had a partner who wasn't committal. Okay, I really do sense that this is somebody watching this. Your past partner was quite uncommittal. They didn't have the same traditional values as you did or do. It's definitely do, because you still have these traditional values. And it's made you want to do things right this time. You know that the next person who comes in your life, you've got a particular order that you want to do things in. Now I get this because we have the new moon in Virgo card, okay, about the when, where and how section of this reading. And again, Virgos are very methodical. They move through life methodically. They plan things. And I do sense this energy around your relationship. Okay, and obviously we've got the water card here too, which talks about emotional connection, intuitive connection, okay? And this is what you have with your future spouse. You have that strong kind of pull towards each other. It's like beyond the physical. This is what I want to say. It's a pull that's beyond the physical. It's one of those relationships where you look at this person from across the room and you just know that is the person for you. You just know that you're going to have a future together. And you could well have been two people that were on a first date or even this first kiss, and we'll get that in a minute, who just, it's like you're sitting over the way from this person on a meal and you're just like, yeah, this is going to be my husband or this is going to be my wife. I'm definitely sensing that here. Now, when it comes to the first kiss, I do sense that you guys are going to be on a date. Okay, this is going to be very traditional. You're going to be asked on a date. And again, you know, no, you two are sitting, I want to say a meal. It's going to be a meal, but you're both sitting across the table from each other and you're feeling like this really strong urge to kind of pounce on this person. And this person's feeling exactly the same with you. And you may notice on this first date that this person is staring at your lips. And you're just like, wow, is this person even listening to me tonight? But what they're doing is they're thinking, right, I want to connect with this person tonight. I actually want to taste this person tonight. And I do sense you are going to be on this date. Now, I want to say this could be a summer date, so there could be outdoors involved here, okay? A meal outdoors, or it could be that you guys are having a meal inside, and maybe one of you needs some air, maybe one of you smokes, or maybe one of you goes to take a call outside. There's something going on where you may be inside and then you move outside, or you may literally be sitting outside. And I do sense somebody walking away for some reason, whether it be taking a call, whether it be having a smoke or a vape or something like that, or someone just saying, I'm just going to go and get a bit of fresh air. And then I do sense the other person following the other person, potentially like within a couple of minutes or so, and you guys are outside. And I do sense it being a really nice scenery. I want to say the nature around this area is really nice. I do see a river flowing. I don't know whether the river is flowing underneath a bridge that you two are on, or whether you guys are on a balcony and there's a river flowing. But I do sense a lot of plants and a lot of greenery outside, okay? It doesn't have to be water, but I do sense the water here. Actually, guys, look, I do have the water card here. So yes, it could well be by water. Okay, but I do sense it maybe like the sun is setting at this moment, you follow this person outside, or this person follows you outside, whoever goes outside to take this call or have a little smoke or something like that. And the scenery is just so, so beautiful. And I really sense this person kind of taking you by the waist. And I actually want to say that you're the one who steps outside. Because I can see your future spouse now coming behind you and putting their hand around your waist and just saying something along the lines like, is everything okay, baby? Is everything okay, babe? And you turn and you're like, yeah, everything's fine. And they just go in. Mwah. They just go in for the kiss. And I sense you actually being a little bit shocked at first. And then you turn to face them and you go in again. Okay, that is what I'm sensing for this first kiss here. Okay, beautiful. And I do think at this moment, whilst you two are like in that like romantic embrace, I do sense that you both are thinking, I want to kiss these lips forever. It's that kind of energy. It is so gorgeous. It is so sweet. I want to say I get a really swanky feeling, okay, from you two. If you don't know what swanky means, it's like, I don't want to say it's like flashy. I want to say it's a more modest version of flashy. So I do want to say, like, you do have dates in environments that are very aesthetically pleasing. And I want to say that I'm watching you guys have a kiss And the scenery is so beautiful that I do actually sense people either on the inside of the restaurant looking out, or if you are actually doing this all outside, you're having the meal outside, other people are around and they're watching at this point. And I do think you could even turn heads, because the energy that you two have when you have your first kiss is very electric. It's like people can feel the love between you, and I do think you guys may even turn heads. Okay, I'm definitely feeling this now. I'm definitely feeling that you guys are going to turn heads when you have this kiss, and it's not going to be anything weird. No one's going to be like, oh my god, that's an inappropriate public display of affection. But it's like, it's kind of, your energy when you have that first kiss is like addictive to other people. I want to say that. And I do sense you both having a little giggle, because you do notice that you do have eyes on you. And then you two lock eyes and you go in again. Okay, so I definitely want to say there's going to be multiple kind of ins and outs of this. Okay, so it's like the first kiss happens, that's quite sure. You turn, you go in for another one. Like, you go in for the second one, I'm telling you. Okay, they initiate the first, you go in for the second. And then I do sense there being like a third and a fourth. I don't know, I'm getting so giddy now because I can actually feel your energy. It's so nice to be in. And you just keep going in, guys. You just keep going in. And it's like you look at them in the eye to kind of say, is this appropriate? Should we be doing that? And then they kind of give you that look that's like, who cares? And then you're like in your head, because you're not actually verbalizing this, guys. It's like an energetic conversation. You're like, yeah, you're right, who cares? And just, you go in again. Okay, beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, their feelings when they go in for you, when they go in for this kiss, okay? Because I do sense it is them. They are the one who puts their arms around you, and they're the one who's like, they take you. Okay, and we have the Page of Wands here. Now, I did mention at the start of the reading there is this like sexual pull between you both, and I do think they are going to be very led to give you a kiss because they're looking at those lips. And okay, I'm going to say this to you guys, I feel like it is appropriate, I feel like you guys aren't going to be offended, but I used to have this book, and it was probably one of the most interesting books I've ever read. Actually, I do have it because my mom rebought it for me, because it was actually her book. And it's called Why Men Lie and Women Cry. Now, don't be put off by the title, it's nothing dramatic. It's just the psychology behind men and women. And it helped me really understand the opposite gender to myself, and it helped me not take things so personally when men act a certain way. Okay, or when women act a certain way, you know, because there's going to be some people out there who like don't understand their own gender, who don't understand the opposite gender. It's such a helpful book. Anyway, in this book, it said, like, why are men so attracted to a woman's lips? Or even females, you know, who are attracted to a woman's lips and things like that, okay? So a male who is attracted to a female, or a female who's attracted to a female, okay? Because it's around the female lips, and you'll understand why. And in this book, it says, because the female lips, they are a reflection of the woman's down below. And it makes sense, guys. You know, we call down there like the lips, don't we? So if a woman's got, and every man is into, or every woman and every man who's interested in women, they're into different types of, you know, down belows. There's not really a universal type, you know, it just depends on the person and what they're into. So if somebody likes the thought of like a plump down below, you know, they will look at the plumpness of your lips and like subconsciously be like, they're gonna have a really nice plump down below. I really feel like this is what your future spouse is thinking when they're looking at your lips. They're like, why am I not, they're looking at your lips and they're thinking, why can I not stop thinking about down there? Okay, because a Page of Wands is like, it's excitement, it's adventure, it's energy, it's wanting to go for something that they desire as well. But because it's a wand, you know, this page is holding a wand. What does a wand look like? It looks like a D. So they are literally like, they are on fire down there, and they're going in for that kiss with you because they just want to be, they want to just consume you, because they want more, they want your whole body, but they know that there's like, you know, you have to do things in a certain way. So when they kiss you, it's like there's no way that you're both not wanting to just pounce on each other and just go in for it. Okay, so they're definitely going in for the kiss because they just want to, they just want to taste you, all right? They want to taste you up on your lips and they want to taste you on those lips as well. Okay, but at the same time, what are you feeling when they first kiss you? Well, we've got the lovers, which is like, perfect. I don't know whether you've, I don't think you've told this person that you love them at this point. I don't know whether you're a Virgo sun, moon, rising, Venus, highlighting Venus there, or whether they're a Virgo sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But either way, I do feel like there's some Virgo energy here. Could even be some Gemini energy because the lovers does represent Gemini. I really feel like you've got the right amount of expression, like it's, how's the best way to say this? You are very careful with how you express. It's like you know what to give away and you know what to keep to yourself so that the other person comes for more, okay? I think that does make sense, doesn't it? And I do sense this with you. And I think you've been thinking before this case, like, do I love this person? I think I might be in love, but I don't know, because you're very logical, okay? This is like Virgo, Gemini energy, which rules Mercury, which is the mind, the conscious. And it's like, do I love this person? But you're not the kind of person just like, I love you, and not really think about it. Like, you think about it methodically. Do I love this person? Is this person going to be in my future? If either of them are no, then the answer's no. Do you know what I mean? You probably actually analyse a lot more things than that, but this is just a really crappy example. But yes, if you get it, you get it, okay? And I think when you have this kiss, I can hear in your mind, and you're not saying it out loud, but I can hear it in your mind, you're going, I love you. Like, so I said that really aggressively, but you're not saying it aggressive. It's like, I love you, I love you, oh, I love you. Like, I can hear that in my mind now, and that makes me think that's you. You've got that in your mind, running around your mind whilst you're kissing. Now, you've also got the Temperance card here. So I do sense you're having, yes, it makes sense exactly what I've just said about the I love you. Because the passion is so high when you have this first kiss, again, you have this mental torment in your head. Like, I want to go further with this person. I want to jump on them. I want to have a night of passion. I want to tell them I love them, and you're having to like balance your energy so hard because you're like, I just want to go all in. And again, you know, it does make me think you may have the Virgo or the Gemini in your chart, okay? Could definitely be you guys. Your person could have fire and water as well, okay? I'm gathering that too. But yeah, you're having to really hold back because you just want to take that cup that the Temperance has, you know, just balancing it in between two cups. You've got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the earth. This even could be you. You could be very earthy in water, okay? Earth and water in your chart. Let me know down below if that is correct. But you want to take that cup that she's balancing there, you know, in between two cups. You just want to throw it all over this person. You're just like, oh my cup, oh my God, there's all my emotion, there's all my water. Oh my God, I want more, I want more. But I do think you manage this really well. I do think that you do balance yourself out, and like you come away from that situation, and so that was my phone going off. I do feel like you balance that situation well, and you come away from that situation thinking, I'm glad I didn't say I love you. I'm glad I didn't go home with them that night and take things a little bit further, okay? So you balance yourself out successfully here, so good for you. Kudos for that. Okay, now I do have like my little bowls here. Spirit, my spirit guide said, get the bowls, girl. And I was like, these bowls aren't even relevant for this reading, but they said, get the bowls. So I am going to pick some random little things out of the bowls, and we're going to see whether they make sense, okay? If Spirit tells me to do something, more than likely it's going to make sense. Okay, so let's go for it. What other information do we have about, oh my God, look at that arm coming across, that looks awful. I'm sorry, I do not want you to see my face today. Oh my God, I haven't even dried my hair. I've had a shower, I've not even dried my hair. Oh, okay. What extra information can we have about this? There's the kiss, all this like energy around this first kiss. Okay, I hope these make sense. Okay, Spirit, don't let me down here. Intellect and study. Okay, oh, I keep pulling these open, I keep ripping them. Intellect and study, again, it's that Virgo Gemini energy, that really methodical, logical energy there. And I do think this is you guys. And clearly if this comes out, this is something that your future spouse loves about you. Like, you're stabilizing. I heard the words, you're stabilizing. I do think that your future spouse is also very stable, but I do sense with their energy, I feel like they are very protective over everything they have built for themselves, okay? Whether this be physical things that they built for themselves, maybe, you know, they've got a nice house, good job, a nice car, etc. Also, you know, the healing they've done, you know, the understanding that they've built within themselves through healing and experiences and things like that. You know, they keep everything that's precious and very guarded. Now this wants me, I want to say they've got some Cancer in their chart as well, okay? I know I'm throwing zodiac signs out left, right and centre here, but that's a very Cancerian trait. They're very protective. This makes them very protective of you as well, okay? So if you do know this person, if you're watching this for clarification, this person is most probably extremely protective over you. If you're precious to them, they're going to protect you, okay? They're going to jump in front of a moving car to save your ass. But getting back on track, because they protect everything they've built, they are very cautious about who they get with, let alone who they kiss and who they mate with and who they marry. Okay, this is a future spouse reading, guys. And you are trustworthy. You are stable enough for them to open their gates and let you in. This person, when they meet you, they're not going to have eyes for anyone else. This is someone who knows themselves so strongly and knows exactly what they want. Like, you're going to have no issues with this person. You know, oh, do they like me? Did they mean that? Like, do they mean that they love me? Did they want to kiss me? Or did they just do it for like 𝒆𝒂𝒄𝒄 reasons? Even though they did do it for 𝒆𝒂𝒄𝒄 reasons, but not solely. You know, they did it because they want to mate with you. They want to have all of you. They don't want anyone else. And they're not going to make those moves unless they... They're not going to make those moves unless they are 100% sure. And I do think this is something you two have in common. You both have to have that ultimate surety before you go for something. I did mention at the start of this reading that you guys are very traditional. Oh, what did I say? It was, I can feel the energy again. I can't remember what I said. But again, it was like very traditional, very methodical. Guys, I can't remember, but you've watched this reading. You can probably remember better than me. All right then. And number 9 as well. Okay, number 9, you probably can't see this here. It's a number of mastery, okay? And it's also a number of completion. Number 10 as well, but, you know, when we look at just like the numerology between 0 and 9, yes, it's completion. And again, you complete this person. This person sees you. They know that their quest for their future spouse is over. Ambitious, 888, again. Girl, or oh, dropped it. Oh, that's kids screaming outside. Don't mind the noise. Ambitious. That's you again. And do you know what? It's your future spouse as well. 888. Success, abundant success. I think you're both very goal orientated naturally as people. Okay, I'm going to say that. Okay, and what else do we have? I dreamt of this night. Yes! This person has been fantasizing over making this move. This person, oh, I bet they planned it. I bet they planned it. I bet you they booked that place. Oh my God, okay. I bet you they booked that place. Especially for that view. Especially so you two could have your first kiss in that aesthetic area. Because they knew that the sunset looks beautiful from that balcony or from that bridge or from that outdoor area. They planned it as well because it was a hot day, the sun was shining that day. Guys, they planned your first kiss. And I just spat all over my cards then. God, I hope the camera didn't pick that up. And again, 4 and 5 is 9. Completion, you've completed them. They completed their plan. It all went to plan. And if they didn't plan it, which I do think they did, they're a planner, you two are planners. Gosh, and someone watching this who's not organised and is not a planner, like, this might be your pile. They've been fantasising about this, guys. Really fantasising about it. Yeah, okay, I can feel the energy. I think we can move on to the next part of the reading. Okay, come on, next one. No one ever did me like that before. Yes, no one has ever made this person feel this way before. They may have been sexually attracted to previous partners or previous people, yet they've never had that extra urge to settle. They've never had that extra urge to plan the first kiss. But with you, you do it differently. And when they have that first kiss with you, they know that they have chosen the person they're going to live the rest of their life with, that they're going to marry. And we started in the cab. Right, I'm going to leave this one a little bit vague because I have not mentioned kissing in a cab or anything. I'm sorry guys, you can't see it, can you? This makes me think, again, it's that planning energy. You know, they've been looking at your lips in the cab. Maybe you got a cab to this place or an Uber to this place or a lift. I want to say even a lift from like a family member or a friend or something like that, because your future spouse is like, right, I don't want anyone to have to drive. I want us both to be able to enjoy ourselves, have a nice drink. This is a beautiful location. I want us to just enjoy it. No one's in a rush. And because of this planning energy, or just this energy of knowing that they're going to take that extra step tonight, they were probably thinking about this in the cab and getting highly, highly excited about this in the cab, or when you were having this lift of some kind. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you know what? Yeah, I think the bowl's delivered. I do think the bowl's delivered there. I'm very happy with that. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for that suggestion. Okay, now when it comes to a little insight into your marriage, when you actually do get married, we have got tested and enlightenment. Now, when I do think about tests within relationships, I do think twin flame relationships, okay, but soulmate relationships can be quite testing as well. If you've got like a twin flame relationship, you are from the same soul. So you do mirror each other in so many ways, and it's like you kind of cleanse each other during the relationship. It's like a relationship of like pushing and pulling. And I do feel like twin flame relationships get a really bad rap because of like the runner and the chaser, but that's only in relationships where one person or two people don't really know themselves and aren't entirely emotionally healthy. Okay, and I don't sense this with this part at all. My camera is going to cut out on me, so bear with me one sec. Okay, my camera does have a time limit, so let's carry on. But yeah, twin flame relationships from the same soul. Soulmate relationships, you have met each other in a previous life. Now, I don't know whether this is a twin flame or a soulmate relationship. What I do know, it is one of them. This is not a brand new soul that you've met. This is somebody that you've met before. This is somebody that you've had history with, or you are actually from the same soul, so you just kind of know each other. And again, I did say this at the beginning of this reading, it's like when you two spotted each other, if it was from across the room, I do sense across the room, guys, so I don't know where you are, whether you're at a gym, whether you're at work or something like that, okay? Not to gym, gym came out really strongly then. But it's like you looked at this person over the room and you just knew. You knew that there was something there was a pull between you both, okay? And this will continue throughout the relationship. You will both, because you're both very ambitious naturally, I do think you are both going to push each other to be better and better and better versions of yourselves. And I do sense as well that you're going to push each other to achieve things that you never believed that you could achieve. There's a lot of success, and I mean like abundant financial wealth within this partnership, okay? I do want to say that. I do think, you know, you guys are hard workers. You've got like savvy minds. I want to say you're very savvy with the moves that you make in life. But you are going to get many periods of enlightenment where you're like, wow, I didn't even think I could achieve that. And I do think you are going to have that kind of devotion to each other, because you're going to be like, oh, I wouldn't have gone for that job, or I wouldn't have taken that course, or I wouldn't have pushed myself in that situation if it wasn't for the support from my future spouse. And vice versa, okay? And I do sense that is going to be a strong theme of your relationship. Always making moves, always being progressive of some kind. Like, this isn't a relationship where you're going to be stuck in a stale situation. This isn't a relationship where you're two people that are going to be stuck in a loop, okay? This marriage is going to be forward, progressive energy all the time, okay? And also, 5 of Cups here and a 2 of Pentacles. And I do think these cards are very personal to you. I do feel like you're either somebody who has been single for a very long time, or somebody who's not found anybody who was worth settling with. Maybe a few disappointments from previous partners because they wouldn't settle. I did say that previously in this reading, I did. Again, my memory is not great today, guys, but I do remember saying your last partner was a bit non-committal, and it's made you really plan when it comes to like your future partner. And I do feel like when you have your first kiss with your future spouse, all that sorrow and that worry from that last relationship, okay, whether it be a last relationship, could be a long single period as well, okay, bear that in mind, is going to, it's like the energy, the dark energy from that, or the negative energy from that gets poured away. And you get to let go of those past feelings. You get to let go of those worries that this person, your future spouse, is going to let you down like the last person, or whether the dreams and the plans that you have for your future spouse are even realistic. Okay, your future spouse, this first kiss with your future spouse, all of that energy is going to go down the drain. It's going to be poured away, poured into that river that you're probably kissing over, and there it goes down the river. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, old energy. Bye-bye. Now let's move on to the future. And again, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. It removes you from a phase of your life where you're confused, okay? Because the 2 of Pentacles upright talks about juggling too much or juggling 2 decisions, okay? And Pentacles are all about our stability and investments. And clearly, if we talk about your future spouse, this is a form of investment, okay? That ends. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You're no longer, again, you're no longer contemplating whether your expectations from another person are realistic. You're no longer worried, like, is my future spouse going to be faithful? Is my future spouse going to want to settle down? Is my future spouse have the same expectations for them future as I do? You know, like, do they want marriage? Do they want kids? You know, all of that confusion is gone. It's gone. It pushes you both into a new phase where you get to let go of your crap from the past, your worries and fears, and I want to say it's going to open up communication as well, okay? So I do think you guys are people who communicate, but as I said, you're very communicative, yet you know what to hold back. You know what's appropriate and inappropriate to say. And I do feel like this first kiss is going to open up another level of communication. You're going to be like, okay, this thing that I wasn't saying, I can say it now. And it may well just be like, hey, what are your prospects for your future? What do you see when you look at a relationship with 2 people? Do you see kids? Do you see marriage? Do you see an order, or do you not mind? You know, this marriage here, this is the only person you're going to marry in this lifetime. I do really sense you're going to get married once, and it's this person. So you guys are going to be having your diamond wedding anniversary. That's 50 years. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get past that point. This is a lifetime marriage here, guys. So you chose the carnelian heart, and the carnelian is a very passionate stone. It actually increases blood flow, which also increases that libido. And I did say with this page of wands here, your future spouse is like solid for you on this night. And yeah, I think that correlates beautifully. Pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it helped in some way. If anything in this reading is like legit, like maybe I've described your personality right and things like that, I'd love to hear from you down below. I love the feedback. If you like content like this, please drop this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more readings like this. I also want to say, if you do have any ideas for future spouse videos, or even just any pick a card video, I would love to hear those suggestions down below. They really help me, and ideally, I want to bring you the videos you want to see, okay? Alright, it's my channel. I get to indulge now and then and go, I'm going to do this video. But I really do want to bring you the videos that you want to see, okay? So any suggestions, so appreciated. I am going to wish you the best of luck with this connection. It's beautiful. I can't wait until it happens for you, and I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 2. You chose the new jade crystal, and I want to have a look into the first kiss with your future spouse, and I want to start with the when, where, and how. Okay. So with the Leo card and the new moon in Sagittarius card, this really sounds like your future spouse is a fire sign. Okay, so we are looking at Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries here, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But generally what I get from these cards is your future spouse is somebody who just goes for what they want. Okay, they're like, right, I'm not willing to wait for this. If my mind says yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So this makes me think that, well, it makes me think that your future spouse is planning on doing this. Okay, I do think this may be planned, but at the same time it could actually be quite soon as well within the relationship, and it is because your future spouse is very sure that you are the person that they want to be with. Okay, so they are gonna actually take that initiative and just boom, go for it. Now I do want to say that this is actually going to happen quite privately. This makes me think that it's going to be a date night at either your house or their house. I even want to say that there could be somebody watching this video who does live with their parents. Okay, and I do sense that if you are someone who lives with your parents, I do think your parents may go away, or your parent may go away, and you'll have a free house, and then this is what's going to occur when you have that house yourself. Now with the Leo card here, there are candles on the card. Okay, so this does make me think that this is going to be a very romantic setup in the home. Someone's going to be super creative here. Okay, I want to say it's your future spouse, but it could well be you. Okay, but I want to say that someone's been really creative. There's candles lit. I want to say it's like it's weird because I want to say it's got like the candles and like the meal, you know, all that kind of traditional stuff. But I want to say that there's something a little bit quirky here as well. Okay, so bear with me, make this fit for you. Okay, but I'm going to try and explain the energy I'm getting here. So it's a bit like there's candles, there's a meal, lights are dimmed, everything's really romantic and traditional, yet you are planning after the meal to watch a documentary about serial killers. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like there's something a little bit quirky here, or you're planning to watch a horror movie after or something like that. So the plan isn't to have this romantic meal and then go upstairs and have a night of passion. The plan is to have this romantic meal and then go and do something a little bit quirky. Okay, but yeah, I do want to say your future spouse is going to be very, very direct with this kiss as well. And it's weird because the energy that I'm picking up on here is few words, very specific energies. There's not that much nuance to this energy. And that makes me think that your future spouse is just going to, done it. Okay, done it, gone for it, made that move. And it's going to be so quick. And I do think it's going to catch you by surprise here as well. But there is going to be that romantic element because it is going to be a special night for you both. I think you were, it's tricky because I think that you were expecting something to happen on that night, but you weren't really focusing on something happening that night. And your future spouse is just really brash and went for it. I want to say there's an element of shock because it was done so brashly and confidently, I want to say. Yeah, I think either when you lit those candles or when you walked into their place and the candles were lit, you knew that there was something on the cards. Now, this may be an unpopular opinion that I have, okay, but I am sensing SEX here. So I would not be surprised if you do have SEX on the first night of the first kiss of your future spouse. Because the passion here is high and you are in a private situation with candles, with dimmed lights, and I do think you're both going to feel really comfortable to go that extra mile. Okay, so I do think we do have a combination here of the first kiss and the first sexual encounter. Okay, maybe we can gather some more information about everyone's feelings on this situation by looking at the tarot. Oh, okay. So, your future spouse's feelings when they go in for that kiss. Now I definitely sense, because it was so brash, you're going to have a little bit of confusion whether they're just trying to bang, okay? Whether they're just trying to 𝒓𝒄𝒈. But little do you know, they're offering their all to you. They're offering their emotion to you. The Knight of Cups does talk about the body moving forward into something. When it's cups, it's emotion, okay? It's somebody giving their body to you. And then the Knight of Cups also talks about creativity as well, and this is what makes me think there's candles lit. There's been effort put into this night. Someone's definitely had their mind on making this night a special night. And as I said, I want to say it's your future spouse, but it could well have been you that lit the candles and did all that stuff and organised all this stuff, okay? But I want to say your future spouse has the Knight of Cups here, and that is the creative card. It's somebody who's creative. Somebody who's romantic. It's somebody who's charming, okay? So, yeah, we're going to say they're the one who's going to set this up. They're the one who's going to light the candles. They're the one who's going to have dinner in the oven for you. And I want to say there's like an element of laughter here. So I don't know whether they overcook something or they undercook something, and you guys have a little giggle about it. I did have a situation with a previous partner, and they cooked me a meal, and they weren't exactly the best cook. And the meal was great, except the broccoli, when I put the broccoli in my mouth, it was rock solid. And I was like, have you even cooked this? And they were just like, oh, I forgot to cook the broccoli. But it ended up on the plate. Like, how the hell did uncooked broccoli end up on the plate? But I want to say there's going to be some kind of like humour like that. It's like you're going to be able to see the effort that they put into it. Yeah, they're going to do something really silly, and it's going to make you both laugh. And I do think you do both have that very light, airy, childlike energy between you. And I think that's something that's attracted you both. You both have that childlike optimism and that childlike easygoingness, I want to say. You're both very easygoing, you're both very fun. So yeah, they're going to come at you with their cup of love. And even if they do it in a very brash, kind of sexual way, they're generally being romantic. Like, that's their way of being romantic with you. They go in for that kiss because they know that you are going to be the person that they want to kiss on that altar. And that's really sweet. Because with all this fire energy here, you could easily misunderstand that as just someone who wants to, boom, get in there, wham, bam, thank you. And it's not. Underneath it all, this person has strong passion for you. I even want to say this person has never felt emotionally connected to anyone in their past, like they're connected to you emotionally. And I think this is why they went the extra mile. You may even find out that they have never done anything like this with anyone before. So you may be there like, oh right, you know how to get someone in bed. You know, cook a meal, get the candles on, dim the lights, ask me round for a serial killer night. And they're going to be like, oh, I've never done this for anyone before. I've never done this before because I messed up the dinner. And you're like, oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, you'd be a better cook if you'd done this for every other woman or every other man, okay? And then your feelings around this first kiss. You've got the hangman upside down, which means you are no longer waiting in suspense with this person. Now, I do want to say, this could be somebody where you dated for a very long time. I even want to say you could have been friends before you were lovers. And you both felt something there. There was this kind of connection, but no one went the extra mile to make the moves, or no one had the cojones to tell the other one, like, oh, I actually, you know, think about you when I touch myself. Maybe that's happened. Yeah, I sense that there's a background with this person. Not an actual background, just a background. And you're taken out of a long period of suspense when you have this first kiss, because you're like, oh my god, we're actually official. And with the Chariot here, you're suddenly moving in the direction of a stable relationship. And you're so pleased about that. You're so happy about that. You get clarity. You finally get the clarity you needed about this situation. Again, I want to go back to that very, you potentially thinking that they're a bit of a player or somebody who is a bit of a charmer, likes a bit of an FC UK night. And now, like, you realise on this night when you have this first kiss, oh, right, I'm different. This person actually has emotion for me. I no longer have to worry that they only see me as like a body. They see me as a soul. And we know that this is legit because this is your future spouse reading. The Hangman in reverse as well. See the light around the hanged, what's hangwoman in this deck? See the light around her head? It's clarity. Okay. Now, Spirit told me to pull from the bowls. And I was like, Spirit, these bowls aren't relevant to this reading. And Spirit was like, very blunt and said, get the bowls. Get the bowls, girl. So, I'm going to pull a few little pieces of paper from these bowls and see whether we can get any extra information that is relevant to this reading. So, let's have a little look. Okay, just one from that one. Let's have a little feel around here. Okay, we got two for you. Let's see whether these are relevant. Back. Guys. Spirit. Back. Now this tells me a couple of things. Is this somebody that you have had an on and off with? Is this a friend that you were very close with at one point and they left for a little while and you got them back? Or is it as blatant as this person has complimented your back, your beautiful back? I do sense an energy if you had something and then you lost something. Hopes up, hopes down. And it doesn't have to be anything dramatic, it doesn't have to be anything crazy like, oh, runner and chaser. It's very much like, I even want to say maybe you were really good friends in school, college, uni, you went your separate ways and then you came back. Let me know down below if that resonates for you. Because I really don't know any other way to decipher that message. And we've got the number 14 with back as well. So the number 14 in tarot, okay, let me just show you. Number 14 in tarot is the Temperance card, which is all about balance. A bit of back and forth to find that nice balance. Also, the Temperance card has an angel in it. And whenever I see the Temperance, I think about a guided, somebody who's guided to another person by their angels. So this tells me that your angels, your spirit guides, have been trying to pull you guys back together and they finally succeeded. But also 1 and 4 equals 5. Change. So this very well could be a relationship that's had a lot of changes in the past. You were friends and then you changed into lovers. Okay, right. Oh my gosh. You make me work for it and I like that. That does correlate to what I've just said. There's been an uncertainty around this. There's been a, I'm in it, or maybe I'm not. A little bit of, I want to say it's really sweet and innocent. It's very coy kind of energy here. Like, maybe I like you, maybe I don't. And this person, with all this fire energy as well, it makes so much sense. This person likes a challenge. And you have your high standards and you're like, look, I don't just give this away to anybody. So you better light those candles. You better cook me a meal because that is the only way you're going to get these lips, baby. Again, it's that fun energy. It's like a playground kind of romance that you have. Like, it's like a tease. Yeah, you guys tease each other. Oh, that is so beautiful. 5 at 4 as well. Got 54 here. Number 9. The completion of a cycle. Finally, you both surrender and you have each other and you move forward into a new phase of your relationship. A committed one. Beautiful. Okay, I'm very happy with those. Thank you, Spirit, for the suggestion of getting the old pots out. Okay, now, bear with me, I'm just going to get another deck. let's take a look into your future together, your marriage together. And we've got dreams, okay? And again, this really does express that childlike spirit that you both have. You've got an adventurous nature, and you're gonna visit all the countries you want to visit together. You're gonna achieve all the things you want to achieve together. I see skydiving. I don't know whether someone's watching this and they're actually considering going skydiving. I'm telling you, you're gonna do this with your future spouse. Okay. And heart. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. I want to say you guys are a bit of a twin flame relationship here. I sense twin flames. But the great thing about this is no matter what, through your relationship, the feelings are going to be reciprocated. You are going to match each other's feelings at all times. This is not a relationship where you have to think, oh my God, do they still fancy me? Oh my God, like, am I putting too much into a relationship? Is this imbalanced? This is going to be a very balanced relationship. I think there's a lot of honesty when it comes to this relationship as well, okay? I feel like you guys are both very honest, you're both very communicative when it comes to like your marriage, okay? Don't know whether you're very communicative now, maybe there's like a coyness, it's like a teasy kind of lack of communication here. But when you get together, you're gonna have this open communication. When you actually get married, you're gonna talk about issues so freely. And because you talk about them, all issues are gonna be solved. You're both gonna be very honest about your feelings within the relationships, so that you know nothing's hidden. This is not a deceptive relationship here. And I really want to say this because when I just pulled the Tower, I did have the Three of Swords out, which talks about heartbreak. Now, I do sense that maybe this is something you're going through right now, I want to say. You've gone through some heartbreak because of some kind of deception. And I really strongly feel like I want to say to you, this heartbreak has happened, and it could have happened in like a Tower moment for you, okay? This heartbreak, this Tower moment that's taken away this past relationship from you recently, or kind of damaged this current relationship that you're in. Okay, I'm not talking about your future spouse here, guys. I'm talking about something very separate here. I feel like this is to push you back in the direction of your future spouse. I'd say this is a very current energy that we're feeling here, and I'd say you're probably going to get back in touch or be in touch, okay, with your future spouse within about a year. I want to say this is very soon. Married within 3. Married within 3 years, guys. I'll even expand that to 3 to 5 years, okay? Now, you're currently going through some kind of heartbreak, or you're still holding on from heartbreak from a past relationship. This is fated. It's fated to put you in the direction of this person. And when you meet your future spouse, you're no longer going to want to hold on to that heartbreak with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles upright talks about holding on to possessions, holding on to energies. Being very protective as well of what you consider valuable. Your future spouse is going to allow you to free yourself. Free yourself with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Free yourself from this heartbreak, any pain you've got from past relationships. And I do want to say you guys are, again, because you're so fun-loving, individually as people, I think you have this in common. I do sense that you are people who have dated, you know, you date around, you have experiences, you experience life to the full. And all experiences aren't always positive. And you may be very hurt by 1 or 2 of them, okay? But you have no idea right now that this is pushing you into your next relationship, a healthy relationship with your future spouse. You're going to be able to be open with this person, okay? When in past relationships you've had to be closed, protective, defensive, not with your future spouse. I feel like your future spouse is going to be very passionate by nature. I did say at the beginning of this reading, they could be a fire sign. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So they're going to be very expressive. I wouldn't even say a fire Mercury as well, guys. But they're going to be very expressive with their feelings. I feel this way. I don't care. This is I like you kind of thing. Kind of person just be like, you look really hot today, and you're like, oh, thank you, that was inappropriate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I even want to say that you could be around the parents, okay, the conservative parents. You know, you might not have conservative parents, to be honest, but one of you may have a pair of conservative parents, and they might say something along the lines, and apologise for my crudeness here, okay, it doesn't have to be these exact words, but oh my god, you look amazing today, I want to bang you. Like, that's so bad and so crude, but they could say that in front of either your conservative parents or their conservative parents, and you're just like, excuse me? But they're that kind of person. They just do things, like kiss you out of the blue. They just say things out of the blue. They just go for what they feel. Do you know what I mean? They've got that passion. And because they're so open, they're going to help you release all this ex issues that you've had. And they're going to allow you to open up, because you're like, look, if this guy is going to manipulate me, this person, or guy or girl, by the way, this guy or girl, if they manipulate me, they're going to be honest about it. They're going to outrightly say, yeah, I did that to manipulate you, or yeah, I'm lying because because I want to go see the lads on Saturday, you know, things like that. Yeah, this person's going to free you. They're going to make you feel free. Free to express, free to have fun, and free to go back in time and reconnect with that inner child of yours, because it's in there, and I do think you do express it. I don't sense that you're a person who is completely out of touch with your inner child. You have that fun-loving nature naturally, but I do think you have been through a few things recently that has kind of like disconnected you a little bit from the inner child, and this person's going to literally bring that back out. I want to say that you might be a Sagittarius rising as well, okay? There might be some Sagittarius in your chart. Sagittarius in particular, I want to say, with you guys. But yes, okay, so you chose the new jade crystal, and the new jade crystal represents romance. It represents, the best way I want to say it, it's like a and this correlates with the opening you up, allowing you to like open up, be free, and not have to defend yourself. It's an energy where the new jade crystal helps kind of soften everything around you, okay? And I think it is going to be your future spouse that comes in and puts like light around something recently that's happened with you that's a bit dark. It's like an embrace. The new jade is like a soft embrace to say, it's okay. You're safe to express with me. You're safe to open up with me. I even want to say you're safe to cry with me. And I do think underneath all of this fire energy with your future spouse, there's a really caring, loving person in there. And in time, you're going to see this. Knight of Cups. You think they want to bang? But they just want to give you their cup. They want to give you their emotion. They want to give you their heart. They want to merge with you. Okay. Pile number 2. I'm going to leave that there. If you like the reading, if you resonated with it in any way, I'd love you to drop me a like and comment down below. If you like content like this, please subscribe, because I want to make more content like this for you, and I want to see more of you here. If you do have any suggestions for future pick a card readings, I was going to say future spouse, but future pick a card readings, could be future spouse, could be any subject, I would love to hear those down below, because I want to bring you the videos that you want to see. Okay, alright, I do like to indulge in this channel, you know, I'll pick a video here and there, I'm just like, yeah, I want to know this, I want to know this, so this is an interesting subject, but guys, I want to bring you what you want to see, so any suggestion is highly appreciated. And yes, pile number 2, enjoy this passionate relationship that's coming from you, and let's knock out this heartbreak here. No, thank you. 3 of Swords, we don't want that. Okay, I've knocked that out for you now. It's gone. Okay, it's dissipated in the air. Okay, pile number 2. I'll see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out the deets about your first kiss with your future spouse. Now, straight off the bat, I can tell that you and your future spouse are a soulmate connection. Okay, there's a real deep, I said deep or funny, there's a real deep past life connection with you guys, okay? And I do think you are brought together because of some kind of karmic, what's the best way I can say this, because I feel like a lot of people hear the word karma and they think about bad karma. Karma isn't always bad. You may be very aware of this, or you may not and be like, oh, karma, and be scared. I do feel like your karmic connection is because you have had some very prominent past life together, okay? And there's something unfinished from a past life that you are bringing forward into this life. And I really want to say there is no way that you can avoid your future spouse. The universe is going to bring you together, magnetize you together, glue you together, no matter what life paths you take individually, okay? Which is a really good thing, because I can sense a strong, strong devotion with you two and a very, very deep soul bond. Now, I want to say with this person, you may have already met them, but if you haven't already met them, they're the type of person that you meet and you're like, wow, I feel like I've known you for years, yet I've only known you for hours. Okay, I know that's a massive claim to say, but you know, I've known you for weeks and I feel like I've known you for a lifetime. This is your future spouse, okay? This is the energy you're going to feel around your future spouse. Now, I want to say, because you have this level of depth with your future spouse, your sex life is going to be fire. And I mean, you two are going to be at it all the time. And I don't know whether you're someone who wants to hear that, okay? I don't know your views on sex. But if you're somebody who's been in past relationships and thought, you know, I like a good night, you know, I like to have a good FC UK, but it's not like the most important thing in a relationship. And maybe you can't imagine yourself doing it all the time with this person, or with a person, sorry, not this person, because I mean you do all the time with this person. You're going to be so surprised when your future spouse comes in your life, because you're going to have this undeniable urge to just constantly be on top of them. I actually, saying on top was a bit of a Freudian slip there. I didn't actually think I was going to say on top. So you may be somebody who likes to take control in the bedroom, or somebody who likes to be on top, okay? I know we are talking about your first kiss and you're thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you going 100 miles an hour and talking about our first night of passion together? Wow. Well. Now, I want to say, on your first night of passion, on your first night with your future spouse where you have that first kiss, okay, I want to say you do things very traditionally, okay? You guys are on a date, and I do feel like the date that you're on is nice. It's nice, it's very quaint, it's very, what's the word I want to use here? It's very civilized, that's the word I want to use, very civilized. Because you do have the Libra card out. It tells me as well that you're very balanced together. No one person is going to talk more on a date. No one person, you may even split the bills on dates, okay? I don't know whether you're somebody who's actually into splitting the bill when you're on a date. I know there's arguments saying the person who asks the person on the date should be the one who pays for the bill. But you may be very fair by nature. So you may be somebody who's like, no, I'll give you some money towards that. Or if you pay for the meal, I will drive, okay? So this may be something that crops up on this first date. I think your person will appreciate it, will appreciate your fairness. Yeah, I think they are gonna say, but it's cool, it's lovely that you've like given me the offer, but I'm gonna take control here, okay? Now, I wanna say that you've got heavy Libra in your chart, and your future spouse, maybe heavy Scorpio. But we've got the Scorpio energy here to show me that on this date, okay, because I do sense this as a date, that you're on before this first kiss, there is so much sexual tension. Now, I actually have this vision of you potentially starting the date where you're facing each other. Yeah, I think one of you, maybe you and your future spouse, is going to decide to sit next to you maybe halfway through the date. I don't know whether you decide to actually share a meal, or maybe you can't finish your meal and they're like, oh, I'll come round, I'll finish that off for you. And you're sitting next to each other, and I can see your future spouse. I can see your future spouse like eating pasta. So I don't know whether you like Italian food. I can see your future spouse eating pasta, and he's kind of, I'm gonna say he, but it could be she, you know, we don't need genders here, but he or she, whoever this is, they have a very masculine energy. So even if this is a female that we're talking about, they have a very masculine energy. They're gonna be the masculine one in the relationship, okay? But I can see them with a face full of pasta, like kind of like that kind of energy, like they've got this face full of pasta. Yet at the same time, they're rubbing your leg, and like, and I can actually feel you feeling very tense. spouse. Now, what I want to say about this connection is you are a very confident person. I want to say you've got confidence. I'd say you've got the beauty, you've got the brains, you've got it all, babes. Like, I can sense it. But this person makes you feel very nervous when they are very hands-on with you. I don't think it's because you feel uncomfortable with this person, because you don't. I think it's because you like this person, your future spouse, so much. This person makes you a little bit nervous, okay? So there's like the nervous kind of, I don't want to use this word because someone used this to me yesterday. I'm going to say it because it made me giggle. You've got like the nervous fanny flutters. That's what I want to say, okay? I'm like a big kid. I can't not laugh when I say these things on camera. I'm sorry, let me take this seriously. But it could be this kind of giddy energy they give you when they do things like this, when they like put their hands on you. I can sense big hands as well. Like this person's like, their hands are on you and you can feel all of it. You're just like, okay, he's by my knee. And like you've got this like mental conversation going on in your head. You're like, okay, he's by my knee. Okay, oh God, he's moving up. Oh, he's not gonna go all the way up and touch my belly. And you're like, he's not, and then he goes down, you're like, oh my God, thank God he's gone down to the knee again. And I'm giggling so much, and I actually think it's because it's your energy. You're a little bit like, like that kind of thing. But it's because like this person like really turns you on. Now, I wanna say, even before the first kiss, there's some sensual communication going on, okay? I am really seeing this date before the first kiss, right? But I don't think this is the only time where there's been some kind of sensual communication. This definitely could be text messages that are very 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄. And yeah, you guys have already communicated about, on the 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄 level, okay, let's put it that way. Even if it's just the, what's the word? What is the word? Even if it's communicating, it's like the, I can't think of the word, guys. I cannot think of the word, but if it comes to me, I'll say it. But it's not like a forthright, like, hey, I want to do this to you, blah, blah, blah. It's more of a, like, vibe, like, here and there you may slip in something that's a little bit 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄, and this person's going to be like, oh my God, and vice versa. You know, it'll just be very passive. Okay, passive. We do have Libra out here, and Libra is a very passive sign. So this could be a lot of 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄 communication that's done in a very passive way, okay? A very tasteful way as well, I want to say. Now, you two, with the third house come up here, you may have some kind of connection with childhood. I don't actually sense that this is for everybody watching this reading, but you may have a connection with childhood, even if it's just you went to the same school and you're in different years and you never crossed paths. Or you could come from the same town, even though you've gone to uni and you don't live in the same town that you grew up in. You may actually come from the same area or something like that. There's a connection with your childhood, something regarding your childhood where it's like, oh my God, me too, kind of thing. So I do think you have like a very foundational kind of connection where you feel like you come from the same crop. Like you were both grown in the same field. Let's put it that way. Okay, that's what I want to say there. But again, it is a very strong emphasis around this communication with you two. You both have very, you may even communicate to hide the 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄 tension. It may be a nervous communication that you both have, which means that you're always chit-chattering, trying to like cover up the fact that you want to just ravish each other, okay? So I'm sensing that big time here. Okay, you guys, you do not kiss on this day. You chat, but you do not kiss on this first date, guys. You leave the first date and you go to one of your homes, okay? And this is why I'm getting this strong 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄 energy here, because this goes private, baby. This goes private after the date. Now, I do feel a little glass of wine being drunk here. A little glass of wine or a little glass of something that's very similar to wine, maybe a little champagne or something like that, okay? I feel like either you or your future spouse, I want to say you guys, I want to say you're a good host, a very good host. Aesthetic home, always got a wine in the fridge, even if it's like, okay, do you want wine or do you want like a cup of tea? Like you've got everything in your house, like you're very organised in that way. Okay, so I want to say it's your house, guys. I do want to say it's your house. I kind of feel reluctant to be that specific, but I want to say it's your house or your place or your room. Okay, depending on where you live. What kind of, do you live in a house, flat? Do you live in a house share? I know it's your room. So you have a little glass of wine, you have a little bit more of a chat in the kitchen. In the kitchen area, that's the hub of the house, guys. And you both get a little bit more tipsy than usual. And I sense your hands on future spouse in big, massive hands comes over and grabs you. Now this sounds a bit like, call the police. I'm only joking. Your future spouse gets very hands-on and they grab you. And I want to say they either pull you to a room or your bedroom or somewhere more convenient to get hands-on, or they kind of pick you up and put you on a table or worktop. Giggling again, guys. And they go in with that kiss. And I mean the passion in this kiss. I'm feeling it now. It's breathtaking. It's so breathtaking. And you're like, I can hear your internal dialogue again. And this makes me think that you are somebody who has a very strong internal dialogue, or you may be somebody who is always talking with a strong internal dialogue at the same time. And you're thinking, oh no, is this too soon? Oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh my god, it's happening. Okay, it's very much you're commentating as the moment progresses. So, oh no, I don't think it's right. No, it's doing that now. Okay, oh no, we're going with it. And I think you actually really enjoy this person taking control. Now, when you have that first kiss, you're going to feel the 𝒔𝒄𝒄𝒄 passion. There is a connection there anyway. You guys had a deep connection from the moment you flipping met, okay? So I don't think there's any confusion within this relationship, like, do they actually like me? Like, you guys know that you are connected, okay? You two are, like, I want to say, like, water and earth together makes mud, something solid, okay? So I definitely sense that your future spouse has very strong water energy, but you may be a Libra with strong earth energy, or Earth in your chart and then Libra somewhere else that's quite prominent for you. Okay, so there's no questioning, it's just kind of like, oh, this is all happening at once. And I do think after the kiss, it is gonna go into, oh god, the way I said that was so inappropriate. Sorry guys. You are going to move into SEX, okay? When I said slip, I didn't mean like these gonna slip. I feel like the majority of my talk time on this video is just laughing, so I do apologise and I hope this is not annoying you, okay? But you are gonna make love, guys. And I mean it, like I am emphasising here, you guys are going to make love. Now, this is going to be so healing for you. For some reason, and your future spouse, it's both of you. I think, do you know what? I'm going to pull from the bowls before I go into this, because I can sense that this energy that's coming next is a lot deeper, okay? And I want to remain on this more lighter energy by pulling from the bowls. Now, I wasn't going to pull from the bowls today. Neither of these bowls are relevant to this reading, although Spirit was like, get the bowls. That's how my spirit guys talk to me, get the bowls. And I was like, but they're not relevant for the reading. And they're like, get the balls, okay? So clearly there's messages in here for you guys that are relevant to this reading, and so far with every other pile the messages have been spot on, so thank you spirit guides for your suggestion. So yeah, let's see this kiss that moves into something more. What information can you give us in the bowls? Okay, okay, some of okay. I'm gonna just pull one from this bottom bowl as well. And this bottom bowl normally has like the more 𝒔𝒄𝒄 things in there. So, oh, you've got quite a few here. We're gonna work with it, Okay, so, first up, lights, camera, action. And I think this is so relevant for this because, as I said, your inner dialogue is like, It's like, oh, is this too soon? Okay, we're doing it. Okay, it just comes upon you unexpectedly. Like, you didn't start the evening thinking that you were going to do this, because you started the evening not even having your first kiss. And then you have your first kiss, and then it goes into your first night of passion, and it's that prompt. It's like lights, camera, action, you're doing this, okay? And then we've got make a fool out of me. Now, I did want to say previously, and I don't know whether I actually did say it, okay? When your future spouse puts their hands on you, I think it does make you feel uncomfortable because you fancy them so much, but I also think you really enjoy the fact that they take control. And I don't know whether you're somebody who's been in past relationships where people have been a little bit flaky, a little bit weak, I want to say, but your future spouse takes control, and I do think this is an element that actually really turns you on, and that is one of the elements that makes you have those like bunny flowers, okay? So make a fool out of me. I think you feel like finally you can take the, you don't have to take the domineering role. You can let go with this person. You can allow this person to take control. And you know the main thing about this person, guys, and I think this is what's going to drive us into this next section of the reading, they make you feel so safe. And that is beautiful. And the reason this has probably came up in this reading is because you have been in previous relationships where you have not felt safe. Whether it be physical or emotional lack of safety. Even if it goes way back to your parents in your childhood, maybe you didn't feel safe. Doesn't mean you've had a bad childhood, it doesn't mean your parents weren't there to keep you safe, it just means that maybe they weren't as aware and you could sense that lack of awareness. And this does take me back to the Scorpio card that we've pulled here, because Scorpio is fear, represents fear in its shadow side. And to manage that Scorpio energy, you need to be able to see a situation with all its elements, so you can gain a full understanding, so you gain full control of every situation, so you no longer feel the fear, okay? And I think this is part of this reading. You have felt unsafe in the past. And with this person, when they come along, you can see all of the elements. You understand this person. This person's a soulmate, you've known this person before, you know that this person has integrity. And you finally feel safe. I feel a little bit emotional because I want to say you finally feel safe. Either for the first time in your life or the first time in a very long time. Okay. Baby face. And we all trust the baby face. And I actually think that maybe you and your future spouse both share this like baby face, this kind of like innocent baby face kind of appearance. But if it's not you, I want to say your future spouse definitely does. And you look in their eyes and you know what their intentions are. Their eyes cannot lie. And again, it just helps with the trust here. Oh my God, I just looked down. I just looked down. And in the future part of this reading, we got trust. I swear, I did not look at that. I swear. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Okay, cool. And then the more 𝒔𝒆 things here, guys, because we know that you're going to be going into the 𝒔𝒆 territory on this night, as well as this first kiss, guys. But you're going to be cool with it, and it's not going to be a mistake, okay? I just really want to say that. It won't be a mistake. And 33 as well on the clock there. I've got number 33. It might be relevant for you. You may see the number 33, 333 when you're with this person. I want to say with 333, okay, it's a fun energy. It's exciting, it's creative. 𝒔𝒆 is creation, creative energy, 𝒔𝒆, baby. But also, when we think about the twin flame relationship, it's 222, okay? That's a representative of a twin flame relationship. And when you see 333, it normally means that you're moving out of a phase, an old relationship cycle, and you're moving into a new one, a lighter one, because you've learned the lessons. And I really do want to say you've had a previous relationship that's really been pretty challenging for you, okay? You're moving out of that phase. You're not going to have to take any of that crap into this new relationship, okay? That may not be for everybody, but I definitely feel that that is for a bulk of you, okay? Silk sheets, hell yeah. Silk sheets here, babes. Okay. Let me lick you up and down. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this person's gonna want to have all of you. And taking body shots. Funny, because we've got taking body shots and we've got lights, camera, action. So I don't know whether this person is actually does take pictures of you. Maybe this person thinks you're so beautiful and they always want to get a selfie with you, or they're like, oh, that's a really nice view that's there. Do you want to stand in front of it? I'll take a shot of you. Maybe this person really appreciates the way that you look and they want to make memories with you, okay? But yeah, wonderful. Wunderbar. Okay, now, their feelings around this first kiss. Healing. And I do want to say, you may both see eye to eye because you both have had a challenging past. It may be a relationship for you, it may be a parent for them, but you both talk about it very openly and honestly because you got the conversation on point, guys. You have something similar, even like a similar wound, and you're both looking for the next phase after whatever this past phase is, whatever this more negative phase has been. And it's why you see eye to eye. It's why you have already discussed, I want this out of a partner, I need this ticked, I need this ticked, I need that ticked, and if somebody shows this red flag, it's a massive no for me. You're both very open and on the table. Now when you have this kiss, all it's going to do is solidify and clarify all of those honest, open conversations that you've had with each other. It's just going to add an extra element and essence to this relationship. I can see you both kissing and like there's energy coming from both of your hearts and they're meeting in the middle and creating a ball of energy in the middle, like an energy source. And this is quite interesting. It's like at that moment when you kiss, you create a larger energy source. You both have more optimism about life after this. You both have more energy. Maybe you even need to sleep less. Even like you'll go to the gym, for instance, whilst you're in this connection with this person, and you'll be like, wow, I work out doubly as hard as I used to before I met this person, because for some reason your hearts are meeting in the middle, your heart energy, your source energy is meeting in the middle and creating this big ball in between, which is like an extra energy source, and it's big and it's fruitful. Okay, and that was the vision I had. I'm going to express it even though I'm struggling to put logic to it, but hey, if I get the vision, I get the vision. So it's going to be so healing for you both. Now, the way that you're going to feel, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, a wish come true. Now, I do sense, even though you trust this person, okay, I want to say, you do trust this person. You trust this person with 9 of your cups. There's just 1 cup that you're holding for yourself. And I don't want to say, oh, you mistrust this person, oh, you don't know whether this is like your future spouse, because I really do think you do, because remember, they've got 9 of your full cups. But you're keeping 1 cup to yourself because you're like, just what if it does go wrong? So I do think there's going to be like a tiny amount of apprehension. I mean, you're 75% in there, 75% confident, but maybe just 5% of you, that tiny fraction of you, is still very logical and thinks, right, I'm in it, but I'm going to keep that little bit for myself just in case I do need to leave this partnership, and at least I've got that cup for myself so that I can pour it into me or build upon that, okay? And I do think with this Queen of Swords here, after this kiss, and remember this pile, you guys are having the kiss and you're very soon going to have the sex afterwards. I do think after that you're going to have a conversation, okay, because you guys, you've got communication on point, on key. I do think you're going to have a conversation. You're going to be like, right, okay, for my safety here, I need some kind of commitment now, so are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Okay, I really sense you're going to be very open and honest. What was that? Was it the right thing for us to do? I need to know how you feel. You need to know how I feel. If we're all good, we need some kind of commitment. I want you to be my boyfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. Okay? Cool. Right. So the future marriage between you both. Trust. And that is what you two have, trust. You are a partnership where you're always going to trust one another. And because your bond is so deep, so strong, and so honest as well, it's a big thing, it's so honest. You guys are only going to have eyes for each other here with commitment. No one else can hit you both in your soul like each other does. It's like when you're in a crowded room, there's only you two in there. I want to say, out of all the piles so far, this is by far the deepest pile here. And with the depth comes devotion. I don't know whether you have been hard done by in the past, whether somebody has been deceptive, okay, because we have the Five of Swords here. And this tells me that you're moving away from being in relationships where you always have to hold on to that one cup, okay? It's like in previous relationships, okay, let me know if you resonate down below. In previous relationships, you've been in partnerships where people have been in competition with... Sorry, my camera cuts out after a certain amount of time. I don't know whether I caught the last bit in there, but I'm just going to repeat what I just said. In previous relationships, I feel like you've been with partners who are in competition with you. Where when you're in competition, when you're in a duel, when you're in a battle with another person, you have to have your shield and you have to have your sword at all times. And when it comes to your future spouse, you don't need those defense mechanisms anymore, because your future spouse wants to work with you, not against you. You're walking away from those competitive relationships. You're walking away from always having that defense up. You're walking away from having to keep one cup for yourself. You're walking away from being 95% sure and being 5% in denial, okay? Now, I just want to clarify what I've said there. That does not mean that you should not keep a little bit of you for yourself, okay? I'm not saying like you're going to give everything away to this person. What I'm saying is the portion of you that is there for relationships, you can feel free to give that away, because we have a portion for ourselves, you know, we have our goals, our aspirations, we have our self-love, then we have the spare bits that we can give to another person or share with another person. I want to say, actually rephrase that to share with another person. It's like you've got to keep a reserve in that part, that part that you share with another person. You have to hold back, you have to pull things back, you have to keep assets, you have to keep receipts, I want to say as well. And with your future spouse, you're going to be able to just be like, here you go, let's share this. And again, it takes back to that vision. Your heart, their heart, the energy comes from both hearts and it meets in the middle and creates this shared energy ball, energy source. And that belongs to two of you. That's shared between two of you evenly, because you both have to dip into that shared part to get the energy. You know, neither one of you can go, oh, actually, that's mine. You know, where you've been in previous relationships where people go, oh, we've created this energy together, this beautiful energy source. That was my tummy making wild noise there. In past relationships, like, oh, look at this big energy source that we've created together. Okay, yeah, I'll take that, thanks. Best way I can describe it. Okay, so pile number 3, you chose the Black Obsidian Heart. And let's have a look at what the Black Obsidian represents. So, Black Obsidian represents that soul connection. And it's a deep and intense stone, okay? So, how can I phrase this for this reading? The Black Obsidian is very grounding, okay? It's a grounding stone. And I do think this person's going to ground you. They've got this grounding energy. But its dark colour does represent intensity, depth. I want to say, and I haven't written this down, but I want to say the obsidian, hold it at times where you need clarity. If a situation is a little bit complicated on the surface, or if somebody's told you something you think, oh, I've got an intuitive hit that that's not quite true, hold an obsidian crystal. It's going to help you ground, but it's also going to help to pull you deep under the surface so that you can clearly see a situation. And I want to say that that is why this stone represents this reading. You are pulled down with this person, you are grounded with this person, you're able to see clearly. Because there's no one trying to put smoke and mirrors There's no one trying to put smoke in your eyes. There you go. No one's trying to put stars in your eyes. No one's trying to put smoke in your eyes. You get to experience the true clarity of love with this person. Okay, pile number 3. I hope that section about the black obsidian made sense. Well, you never know. I'll do the post-production after this and I'll go, oh yeah, it did make sense. Anyways, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped in some way. If you would like to claim this reading or just say hey, or I don't know, say I resonated. I've already met this person, or yeah, you got my personality on point, or you got my past relationships on point. Please let me know down below in the comments. I love the feedback. It helps me so much. If you like content like this, please subscribe, because I want to see more of you and I want to make more content like this for you. Also, if you do have any ideas for future pick a card readings, I would love to hear those down below. I really do want to bring you the videos that you want to see, and it's all well and good, I've got my ideas and things like that, but you guys, you may be a bit more creative than me. You may say an idea and I might be like, bloody hell, that is a damn good idea. Because yeah, I get my best ideas from you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely transparent with you, and it may be because I've got the black obsidian here, so I'm just being completely transparent. Anyways, I will leave you to it, pile number 3. Take care of yourselves, the best with this situation with your future spouse, and I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. It is freezing right now, pile number 4. Hello, hello, hello. Let's have a look and see whether we can get some juicy details about your first kiss with your future spouse. Okay, to begin with, I want to start with the when, wheres, and the hows. And when I tapped into your energy, okay, bear with me guys, I'm so cold. When I tapped into your energy, I did sense slow movement, okay? And this makes me think that this is a relationship or partnership that's taken a very slow route. But I don't want to say boring, you know, I don't want to say, oh, just waiting. I want to say there's been this slow route, but there's been so much like intensity with it, okay? I do think that whilst it's been going slow, I think both parties have been very comfortable with that, okay? But I also think that both parties have been able to enjoy the tension at the same time, okay? Now I want to say there's a very strong energetic connection here, a bit like a telepathic connection, but I want to say a lot of it is very 𝒔𝒆𝒄al. Now I don't want to make this connection superficial in any way by saying, oh, you know, this is a very strong 𝒔𝒆𝒄al connection. I do think the only way that you guys have been able to interpret this intensity, okay, this energetic intensity that you both have, is through a physical feeling, which is 𝒔𝒆, okay? But this is your future spouse. This is beyond the physical, okay? This is your future partner, your life partner, okay? So there is way more than just the 𝒔𝒆 here, guys. But there's been this like really kind of exciting intensity, yet it's been really slow, okay? Now, as I said, I started this reading, the first thing I said is, it's so cold, okay? And I really did want to take that into consideration here, because I didn't plan on saying that. It was just my hands were like shaky because I'm so cold, and I felt like I needed to express that on camera, because if you saw my shaky hands, you'd be like, God, is she okay? I'm freezing, guys. I'm so freezing right now. And this is the only pile that I've been cold on, because I've got my jacket on in this pile. I didn't feel cold on any of the other piles. The sun's not gone down or anything like that. I just got really cold with this. Now, I do think this coldness could be a couple of things. I think it could be because everything's moving really slowly, okay, and things may feel very cold. I want to say there's a lot of distance between you both. And I actually want to say that this person could either come into your life very soon or be in your life now, okay? I think this is somebody that you definitely fancy, or you will definitely fancy them, but I think they're going to feel like a no-go for a long period of time. Now, I just felt like I've disheartened a few people by saying a long period of time. When I say a long period of time, we could be talking months to a year, okay? I do sense you guys, I really sensed work here, okay? I really sensed work here, and I sense it for a couple of reasons. I sense like there's an inappropriacy with this relationship, okay? A societal inappropriacy here. Something in between you both, which means that neither of you can make a move, I want to say it maybe on the masculine side, or the person with the more masculine energy. And I do think the person, the more female energy, is like, well, I ain't going to make a move because I'm the feminine. I need to attract, I need to be chased. Okay, I also got work, okay, because we've got the Capricorn card out here. Now, we could be looking at somebody with strong Capricorn placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, okay. Guys, we've got a lot of cards for you. I did not realise that there was going to be this many cards for you guys. And I should have known because I pre-shuffled, but yes. Bear with me. I may cut the video just while I sort these cards out so I'm not leaving you waiting, or I may chat your heads off. This is a lot more cards than the other piles had. Right. So work situations. Capricorn is the ruler of the 10th house of career. It's also public standing. So it may even be someone's public standing which is getting in the way of this relationship. Maybe publicly they can't be in a relationship for a reason. Maybe they can't... Maybe you meet this person and they're in a relationship, or they're in a marriage or something like that, okay? Really don't want to dishearten anybody, because I do feel such a really nice, innocent, energetic connection between you guys. But I feel like somebody may have someone. Bear in mind, this could be you, okay? So this could easily be you, but somebody may be with somebody, and publicly they take a long time to make a move on you. And they wait until it's just too intense to bear. Okay, this tells you that either both of you or somebody in this partnership here, this future spouse partnership, has a lot of stamina. Now, I really do sense Taurus energy here too. Okay, and again, that's another earth sign, but Taurus represents stamina. Now, before I clicked the record on this camera, I heard "Baby When the Lights Go Out." And I thought, okay, I recognise that tune, like "Baby When the Lights Go Out," but I do not know what song it comes from, and I may need to Google it and find what song it comes from, and by all means, please do that yourself, okay, if you want to, because the lyrics might make more sense. But I did feel like maybe somebody needs to put the lights out on a current relationship that they're in. Or maybe this kiss happens when there's a power cut. This one's pile number 4. You can guarantee on my channel, if you choose pile number 4, your reading is going to be a little bit different to the norm. It always is. It's my wild card, okay? And you definitely are the wild card, because I've got like double the amount of cards out for you guys than I did with the last peoples. Or the last piles. Peoples. Okay. Let's go into the kiss now. Okay, let's shoot into the future and let's go into this kiss. Now, workplace, gym, somewhere public. This is going to happen somewhere public. Maybe the workplace when everyone goes home. Maybe the gym on a day where it's really quiet and you find that you're both the two only people in the gym. Or this could be your workplace or their workplace in particular, okay? So you don't necessarily have to work with each other, but I do think for some people watching this, you will work with this person. And I want to say, if you do work with this person, you're going to watch this and go, oh my God, I resonate. Like, I have this crush on this person in my work. And thank you for making things awkward, high maintenance hippie. Now I've got to go in on Monday and face this person knowing that they're my future spouse. I'd hate that. I get really nervous, like, when it comes to like things with relationships and stuff. I'd fall to pieces if someone told me that and I had a crush with someone at work and they were like, yeah, that's going to be a future spouse. I'd be like, oh my God, how am I going to speak to them on Monday? But it's fun, okay? We're having some fun here, okay? Woo! It's all fun. Now, this is a public place, but public people are not there. Baby when the lights go out. This could be a power cut, or this could be when you are leaving an establishment. It could even be, even if it's the gym, for instance, it could be at the end of the day. Maybe they work at a gym. I sense someone locking up. I sense somebody locking up at the end of a working day, and you're there loitering, or vice versa, they're there loitering. And when the lights go off, when the 5 senses are switched off, you can't see, you can't feel, can't hear anything, The only thing that remains is that energetic intensity between you both, and it's too much to bear. And you kiss. Wow. Wow. That's intense. And exciting. And I think it's your future spouse who's gonna make this move on you with the yang energy here. Proactivity is yang energy, doing energy. They're not going to be able to contain themselves any longer. Now we have Mercury energy in here, as well as like the Taurus energy, which makes me think that the communication is very sparse between you both when this happens, which is really bizarre. Because if you're not physically communicating frequently, how are you going to have this kiss? But it's here, guys. It's here, and it may make sense to you. It's like you're very brief with each other. And again, it gives me this work vibes. There's something professional going on here because all the communication is brief. It's like they can say something to you like, hey, could you file these things for me, for instance? And you'll go, yeah, sure. And you might say a little joke in there and they'll have a laugh and be like, behave. Do you know what I mean? And then you leave and maybe you don't speak for the rest of the day. And then you may meet each other in the kitchen by the coffee machine the next day or something. And it's like, how's work been for you? And again, it's that brief conversation, I want to say. And bear this in mind, this could be someone at your gym, okay? You have that brief conversation, you cross, you have a brief conversation, you go on and do your thing, you go on and do your workouts. Or if it is, could even be a customer and could be an employer and a customer situation here, okay? You communicate very, you communicate about business. I keep getting business. But when those lights go out, the kiss happens. Now, we've also got the new moon in Pisces here, meditate and contemplate. And I do see the two fish in this card, and I do think this represents you both. But the fish are top to tailing each other here. But I also see these fish going round in a circle. Oh, I see these fish swimming round in a circle, constantly chasing the other person's tail. And this is what's going on with you guys when this kiss happens. Just round in circles, round in circles. Is anything going to happen? Are we going to get off this merry-go-round? It's like when you think you got a moment alone with them, they have to leave for some reason. Now, Pisces is also beyond the physical. And I did say, you guys have this energy. It's like there's a draw between you both. An energetic draw between you both. And it's strong, it's a really strong pull. And the only way you can decipher that is this must be 𝒆𝒂𝒄𝒄. But it's deeper than that, it's beyond that, it's Pisces. I want to say it's written in the stars. Now we've also got have faith in your dreams. Now you may dream about this person may dream about you too. But what I want to say here as well is there's also uncertainty. Does this person like me? Does this person feel the same way that I do? And it may be a constant questioning. Have I pushed things too far with this person? I do feel like you mirror, you reciprocate this energy because, as I said, we've got the two fishes here. It's like you're constantly chasing each other's tails. I even see two people like in a work situation. Again, bear in mind, it may not be the work situation for you, but take my analogy and put it in your situation, okay? But I see seeing someone over the office, walking over and going, I'm gonna say this funny thing to them. And then as soon as they walk over, the other person has to walk away because someone calls their name. And it's like, when am I ever gonna grab hold of this person? And think about fish, wet fish. You can't grip onto a wet fish, it just flops back out your hand. And that's what's going on with you two. Oh, wow. But also, again, it's have faith in your dreams. If you're feeling something, the other person's feeling it too. This may be something that crops up in the future for you. And this reading may make sense then. And you may go, oh, I was questioning whether this person liked me too. And you'll go back to this reading, you'll go, oh my God, they do. Now, in this card, I'm struggling to show the cards because I've got so many cards here, I don't want to mess them up. There are butterflies in there. And I do think this is the desperate need to change, like push this energy, this connection you have into a new transition. It's like you guys are in the caterpillar phase of this person for so long. And then you will have this cocoon period when this person kisses you, and I really feel like they're gonna kiss you. It's like, ouch, I can feel this like masculine energy, and I say masculine because I can feel it's very testosterone fueled, and they don't even know how to control themselves in that moment, yet they can't even explain why they felt like they had the right to go ahead, if you know what I mean. Because I really don't feel like you two have communicated that this is something sexual. And I think they do this on a whim, and they have no idea why they felt like the gate was open for them to do it. And it was just lucky that you were feeling the same way as they were feeling, okay? I want to say it's that kind of So you're going to go in a cocoon phase once you've had this kiss. And in this cocoon phase, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. Baby, when the lights go out, again, it's that darkness, uncertainty. What is this? Are we anything? And I do see you both on the same page. No one is effing anyone about here, I promise you. It's more the fact that you're both like, I can feel it. Should we go for it? Should we not? And I feel like you're both very practical people with this Capricorn energy as well. So you like to plan things out. You're not the kind of people to go, well, let's just go with the flow. F it. You know, let's just get in the car and go to Scotland. I don't know, like, do you want to go to Scotland? I don't want to go to Scotland. It's cold, but no offence to Scotland. It's more like, okay, we need to pull apart, we need to both be separated to think about this and then come back together and go, yeah, I think I really like you, I think this could work, okay? So practical here. Wow, are you two business peoples? I keep saying peoples with you as well. Maybe someone says the word peoples a lot. Okay. Now, Spirit said, get the bowls, pull from the bowls. And it was a very abrupt message from Spirit, and I was like, well, none of the things in these bowls are relevant to a first kiss. But Spirit specifically said, get the bowls. And so far, in each of the piles, the bowls have delivered. So thank you, Spirit. You were right. Spirit, you were always right. You know Spirit's always right, okay? So let's pull from the bowls and see whether we can do this. 4th time lucky, guys. So I'll pull a few from each bowl. Okay then. Alright. Alright. Okay. Oh, just dropped it. Okay. Okay. So we've got piercings, all right. Now, piercings tells me that this person, it doesn't always have to be actual piercings, okay? We could be looking at somebody who does have elements of their physical appearance, could be them, could be you here, okay? Who does have physical elements of their physical appearance that stand out a bit different, okay? This could be tattoos, it could be piercings, it could be a very unique haircut, it could be even just be a very unique looking person. Also, 88 is the number of abundance, hard work, power, and things like that. And I do get this business energy with you both. Like, you both are in business, whatever that means. Okay, but I just want to say business with you guys. Okay, so there could be something a little bit quirky about them. In one of the future cards, we do actually have a lady with a nose ring for the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this could be somebody who's got a nose ring, someone who likes nose rings. Someone who gets a nose ring. You know, you might meet this person, they don't have a nose ring, and then they turn up with a nose ring at the gym or at work or something like that, and it's like, oh, hey, like you got a new piercing. I didn't know piercings were your thing. Okay, but I also want to say this could be tattoos as well, okay? Or something that's a little bit diff. Baby face. Now I did get this for another pile, and I just wanted to say, as simple as with this one, either you have baby face features or they may have a baby face, okay? So if you have a baby face, or the person that potentially you like has a baby face, you know this reading is for you. Although if you've not met this person yet, look out for somebody who's got a baby face, regardless of the age. Maybe they've got very smooth features, I want to say, smooth features. And I mean, that is baby face, isn't it? Smooth features. When you think about smooth stuff, you think of a smooth baby's bum, don't you? Who knows, they might have a very smooth baby's bum. Look out for that one, okay? And body. Okay, they've got a baby face, or you've got a baby face, and they've got a banging body. Okay, 444 as well. That is a number of stability, foundation. I want to say with 444 here in body, I want to say this person's got a very solid, structured body. Capricorn here as well, structure. Strong physique, I want to say. Maybe you both share this and you both have a very strong physique. I also want to say really good posture. It might be something that you notice about each other, okay? So look out for someone with a good posture, and you never know in the future when this thing turns into an actual marriage, because believe it or not, this is going to be your future spouse. This is a future spouse reading. I think you've listened to this and I think you forgot that. Even I forgot it at one point. I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? This is your future husband. This is exciting as hell. You may notice each other's posture, or you may compliment their posture, or you may say to your friends, oh, I really like this person, they've got really good posture. And you're like, oh, your friends are like, oh, that's a weird thing to pull out, but the posture, really strong, structured posture. And if either one of you do have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, you are naturally going to have very good bone structure, which again gives you that structure. It makes you look strong and sturdy. And the last one from the bowl. We played until sunrise. Guys, when the lights go out, you kiss, you fondle. I don't want to say that you're going to do sex on the same night, because I actually don't think you will. But you kiss and you fondle until the lights come back on. Blimey heck. All right. Hell yeah. That's fun. That's so much fun. Okay, so 23 minutes in, and I'm only halfway through the reading. Let's have a look at their feelings around this kiss. Knight of Wands. Look at that. Knights represent the body, physical movement of the body. And what do wands represent? What does a wand look like to you? Because it most certainly looks like a D to me. This person brings that D and they bring it right up against you because they want you. They want to do more than kiss you on this night. They want to do the full works with you. This person has been holding back for so long that this energy, this Knight of Wands energy that they feel towards you, the feelings around this kiss, is so, it just won't focus on it. There we go. It's intense. And that's why this person couldn't hold back. They just had to do it, regardless of the rules, the structures, the business. They had to do it. In their head, their inner dialogue was, just do it. And what this actually does, and this is beautiful, oh, flip yeah. Sorry, even I get excited on the last pile, especially because I'm hungry. I'm running on air. I get really excited about it. In their mind, after this first kiss, after they actually feel that physical connection with you, they feel forward movement and they want to take action with the Chariot here. Forward movement, action taken into an investment with you. Okay, an investment, a relationship, something that can grow into something committed. I think this person notices your potential. I just think this, oh, I see the Empress card in my mind right now. I think this person looks at you like somebody that they want to not only invest their life into, but kind of, again, we're going a little bit asexual here, guys, but they want to invest their chromosomes with you and create a beautiful baby. Okay, that was a really clinical way of saying that, guys. I do apologise. They want to invest their chromosomes. Now, I don't know whether this person has kids. I can't see anything here about kids. Doesn't mean they do, doesn't mean they don't. I don't see it. I don't see it either way. So that's a mystery to me, guys. They may want to have kids with you, or they see you as somebody that they would want to parent their child if they do already have a child. I mean, co-parent with, not be a parent and take over the other parent's role, but you know what I mean. Someone who they feel could be a good example to their child, or someone who feels that you could be a good example to a child if you had one together. But again, they see your potential, and as soon as they have that kiss and they feel that connection, they know they've not felt that with anyone else in their life. And suddenly their mind goes from the SEX, the wild SEX, the crazy dreams that they have at night when the lights go out. When the lights go out, there's another download, babes. When the lights go out, that's when they're with you. It's when they feel you, it's when they're with you. Maybe even they fantasize when they turn their lights off at night, and that's the only way that they can feel close to you. Okay, now let's have a look at your feelings around this connection. Okay, when you have this kiss, how do you feel? The Magician in reverse, which is so positive in this reading. Magician upright talks about being highly independent. I even want to say survival mode with the Magician, okay? It's my view, survival mode. Having to do everything yourself. Having to be the mother, the cleaner, the worker, do the business, be the lover, I don't know. I sense with this that you are very, very single when this kiss happens, okay? I said at the beginning, I do think there's an entanglement here or there, you know, potentially could be an entanglement, someone's entangled some way. But because we've had the Magician in reverse, I definitely sense that you are not in entanglement with anybody. Magician in reverse, it ends a long spell of having to be independent, having to be in survival mode, having to take care of everything yourself, and potentially even feeling really exhausted by it. And this works beautifully with their feelings and your feelings, because they want to invest. And you've got room for someone to invest. You want somebody to lighten the load. And that's how you're going to feel after this kiss. Again, just an instant relief, and I can feel you feeling, oh, I actually felt like I could be alone for the rest of my life. And in that moment you're like, whoa, I don't think I am going to be alone for the rest of my life. I'm just going to cut the video here because my camera will cut off very shortly, so I will see you on the other side. One sec. Now, let's get into the marriage with this person. What is the marriage going to look like, the future with you both? So we have openness and telepathic here. Now with telepathic, I definitely feel like this is what you guys were feeling at the beginning, and it was this energy that you just couldn't put words to, you couldn't put anything physical to. And again, it's two things actually. Again, it is that, like, how do I interpret this? Must be 𝒔𝒐𝒈𝒄𝒄. But also the fact with, remember with these fish here, okay, with the two fish chasing each other's tail. You know, the fact that there's two fish, they're both chasing each other's tail, but neither one of them know that the other one's chasing the other one's tail because their eyes are on the tails that they're chasing. Their eyes aren't on each other, okay? And again, it's just that sign that you guys have this telepathy. Whatever you're feeling, they're feeling too. And again, I do think this is another sign for somebody out there, or multiple people out there who are not in this situation at the moment, saying, hey, you've got these strong feelings for someone, you can't stop dreaming about someone or can't stop thinking about someone. The other person feels the same. You are both picking up on each other's energies here. Don't run away from this connection. Don't think maybe it's weird that I'm thinking these thoughts about this other person. They're feeling it too. And openness. And it looks like you guys, I want to say with this, okay, I see a couple of things with this. I do see a book here. And I don't really know what the book is. It might be Bible verses, maybe, but I get a very spiritual vibe from this book. I don't know what you think. Maybe someone can see that and tell me what kind of book it is. I hope no one comments down below and says, oh, well, that's just the yellow pages. But I get a religious vibe from this. And I feel like, again, connected as telepathy, you two are connected very, like your connection is beyond this earthly realm. It's energetic. You've got a very strong energetic connection. I want to say past life. I reluctantly want to say twin flame here, even though it could easily be twin flame for some people out there. And I think it'll only be twin flame for a few of you. Past life connection, some kind of connection that means that you're both I even want to say you may have been twins in a past life. I know that's really yeah, that's a bold claim to make there, but I want to say you could have been twins because you've got this likeness and understanding of each other, even though you've never been with each other in this lifetime. And if it's not twins, it could be like two peas in a pod kind of relationships, you know, a marriage that lasted a whole lifetime in your past life, a relationship with a parent or grandparent in a past life that was just, you know, so strong and so solid. But I want to say twins so badly, but I don't want to say twin flame, okay? And this is why I'm coming to this. Maybe you were twins in a past life, bizarre. But also, you have this openness with each other because you just know what each other's feelings are and you know what each other are thinking. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring you a very open future relationship. If something's, you're going to feel it, so you're going to talk about it and you're going to be able to sort it, okay? Very open relationship. A lot of communication around feelings and emotions and even spirituality, okay? Now, also, for your future relationship, your future marriage with this person, I want to say the communication is going to pick up. There's not a lot of communication when this kiss happens because clearly there's like a distance between you both through some kind of inappropriacy, but the communication is going to be cool. Okay, when you get married, you're going to have great communication here with the Ace of Swords. Again, like just insight from above, you see. This knowledge here, and that is actually the you know, the center of this brain. I feel like there's more here. So there's steps, but it looks a bit like a shell. I do think you guys have the energetic connection, but you're also going to, I'm hearing like when you pick a shell up and you hear the sea in the shell, and I feel like there's something there. Now, I don't know whether this is very point blank, and you guys are going to go to the beach together and you're going to find a beautiful shell that represents your relationship, or whether you guys can hear something that's not there. Yeah, that makes more sense. You can hear things that aren't there. I want to say you can even hear each other's inner dialogues. You're going to know things about each other that you shouldn't know. And what that does is it's just two open souls in a relationship. And it makes it so much easier to navigate. And I do think you have an element of that when you do kiss. Like, again, I said, your future spouse, when they go in for the kiss, they don't know why they feel they've got the go-ahead. It's like they heard your mind, your inner dialogue say, go for it. And they did it. I even want to say for some people, and this will not be for everybody because this is vague as hell, some people will say, I heard you say, kiss me. And you'll say, no, I didn't. And they'll say, you said kiss me. But they heard your inner dialogue. Interesting. I told you this was a wild pile, guys. King of Cups. Emotional maturity, especially in this deck, the Light Seers deck. Okay, the King of Cups is Zen. The waters behind him are calm, okay? He's in control of his emotions. And I do think this is a representation of your future marriage. You are going to be in control of the raging emotions that you have for each other. But I also really want to say that this is your future spouse's emotional maturity. I want to say that they're older than you, just because this man here does have grey hair, okay? So it may be an indication of their emotional maturity. Maybe they're more emotionally mature than their age, or they actually are older than you here, okay? So I definitely sense that. But I do think because of this emotional security that you have with this person, it's a relationship where you feel comfortable enough to do your thing, okay? The 9 of Pentacles here. you're safe to be independent. When you're away from this person, when it comes to this marriage, you don't ever worry what are they doing. You don't ever worry, are they having girls around the house or boys around the house? You don't ever worry when they go on a night out, are they going to meet someone, are they going to message someone? You're so comfortable in this partnership, and I want to say both of you reciprocate this energy. You're both so comfortable in yourselves, so it makes you comfortable with the other person, but it's the kind of relationship that has a lot of independence. You don't need to cling on to this person in fear that they're going to leave you. You don't need to be at their boys' meet or their girls' night out to make sure that they're not looking or talking to any other men or women. And I do sense this relationship is going to have that sense of freedom where you can say, hey, you're going out with the boys, I'm going to go out with the girls tonight. And there's no need to, you could even be, okay, I want to say you could even be in the same bar or the same club and you don't feel the need to kind of encroach on each other's nights. And if you do ever come together in those situations, it's because genuinely the passion's so strong and you want to kiss each other's face off on the dance floor or take each other around the back for like some kind of intimacy. I'm giggling again at all this sex talk. And the Wheel of Fortune here. Good karma. Good karma. The energy in this marriage is right. And because the energy is right and you two match each other's energy, things are just going to go your way. Yes. If you are somebody out there now where you think, why does everything not go my way? If you've planned one night out in the year, why is it the night that it's raining? If you have, for instance, today with me, I always charge the battery of my camera up before I film. I charge it up the day I finish filming, charge it up so it's 100% when I come back to it. Then I put the battery in the camera today and I'm like, 30%. Why in the FC UK is it only 30%? And in that moment I thought, bloody hell, why is nothing going my way? Even though I take that back now, it was really OTT, like obviously I've made a mistake somehow and not charged my battery. But are you somebody who at the moment currently feels like, why is everything just slightly against me? Why is it that the bus turns up 2 minutes early when I turn up for the bus on time that day? Do you know what I mean? And it's because there's some conflicting energy going on. I feel like you don't realise you're doing this, but you may actually be, or someone else may be doing this to you actually, damming your energy flow. So your energy's kind of not able to flow freely. So things don't always go your way at the moment. And it could be silly little things. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just silly little things where it's comical when they happen. When you're just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Only me. Okay, so it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Don't get scared, okay? Don't fear anything. Just silly little things. And you lol about it. It's mega lols. But when you are with this person, both of you are going to find that things just flow. Things just go your way. If anything, things just fall into place for you guys. And you're just like, God, we're lucky. And yeah, I love this. I had a lot of fun with this one partner before. Thank you for allowing me to share this space with you. If you enjoy, oh no, I haven't talked about the flipping crystal either. What is it? The red jasper, the red jasper. Now let's have a look and see what the red jasper crystal represents. So I've got down here grounding, stability, safety, which I do feel like this person, again with this King of Cups, they are grounded, they are emotionally mature, they know themselves. You both know yourselves, I want to say. You both really know yourselves. And again, they're going to pull you out of this survival mode that you're in, okay? And that naturally is going to ground you. It's going to make you feel safe. You're going to be able to rely on somebody again. And I mean truly, truly rely on them. And also we've got foreseeable future. I've written down foreseeable future for red jasper. Okay, I think this is because, again, have faith in your dreams here at the beginning. Is this not? Is what I'm feeling reciprocated? Is what I'm feeling right or wrong? But I know I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Again, I think it's another message with the red jasper. I feel the red jasper, even though I haven't written this down, I'm not a crystal connoisseur, but I do know a little bit about crystals. I feel the red jasper, it helps you see the future, so that you can actually put plans into place to manifest your desires into reality. I want to say that, guys. Okay? So I do think maybe this is a message from Spirit with the red jasper to say, your desires are real. Now, I want you to manifest this into reality. Step by step. What do you want this to look like? Do you want this to happen? Well, put yourself in situations where it can happen, even if it's just an extra fleeting 10 seconds a day, or however often you see this person. And again, if you haven't met this person yet, this is a message for you. Just kind of nudge yourself in wherever you can. It's going to be appreciated because the feelings are reciprocated. Okay, pile number 4. That was your reading. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like the reading. If you resonated with this in any way, maybe I have got, you know, your personality on point or anything like that, or you really enjoyed this reading, you just think, yeah, that's what I want for my future spouse, drop me a comment, even if it's just to say, yeah, resonate, to say, yeah, I claim this reading, or just like, hey, how are you? Like, I'd love to hear from you down below. Also, if you like content like this, please subscribe, because I really enjoy making this content for you. It's so much fun. And if you do have any ideas for future pick a card readings, you are more than welcome to pop those in the comments as well. I really appreciate your insight. I want to bring you the content that you want to see. Okay, so yes. And people here, you're really creative. You come up with way better ideas than I do. So I really appreciate your suggestions. Okay, pile number 4. Good luck with this. Enjoy it, and I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye.